to my channel. So today I'm just going to do a talk through video on this yellow orangey fall cut crease eye look. Yeah, I hope you guys really liked this. I was just inspired. I got a pumpkin candle from Bath & Body Works and I was just super inspired to do something really fall. I'm ready for the leaves to change, just for it to be fall. I'm over this hot summer weather. It's horrible. So you guys, don't forget to subscribe while you're here and like the video, and let's just get started.
Alright, so I went ahead and did one eye off camera because I didn't really know what I was gonna do. So starting off, I'm using this Makeup Forever eyeshadow. It's just a bright neon yellow. I'm just going to take this Morphe E27 and try to build this color up as bright as I can in my crease. Now, yellow shades are super hard, so I'm literally going back and forth with this like 10 times. Then I'm going to use this orange. It's like a lighter orange Makeup Forever shade as well, still with that E27 big fluffy brush, and just bringing that all through my crease. Then I decided to go in with the MAC 217, which is a little more dense, and I'm going to pack that into the crease, just all the way from inner corner to outer corner, and then kind of winging it out, and then going back in with that E27, just windshield wiper motions, going to blend that out using that yellow shadow. Just try to get that seamless blend, but I want that yellow to still show. So that's why in between each color that I put on, I go back and blend out with that yellow, because I don't want that yellow to be lost as my transition shade. So just blending that out, blending it out. Oh. Then going in with the Morphe 35O. Going to use that bright orange with my E27, and going to put that in my crease, back and forth, just trying to warm that up and give it some more definition, trying to keep that lower than the previous orange that we used, so that way I don't cover up the two previous shades that were used. So I got a little crazy there, and I realized that I was just winging that shadow out way too far. So I'm using this brush with some RCMA powder and just trying to kind of clean that wing up so it's not so cray. Then I'm going to take this smaller defining brush. I forgot to show you the shade that I'm using, but it's just a warm red brown. It's one of my favorite shadows. I use it almost in every tutorial. And I'm keeping that super low in my crease, just trying to define that more, but still bringing that all the way to the inner corner and winging it out. Then going in with this Kat Von D palette, I'm just going to take this True Red with that MAC 217 and pack that onto my low crease. It's almost on my lid pretty much. This is just going to give that darkest color right there on the cut crease that we're about to do. So I'm just packing that red on, and then I go back on top of that red and pack some of that red brown straight on top before I take that E27 and blend out those edges. I'm going back in with some yellow on that E27 just so that way I don't lose that. Packing on a little bit more red, just straight on the lid from the inner corner to outer corner, but keeping that super low so that darkest shade can be right at the very bottom of our cut crease. Blending that out once again with the E27. Now I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me concealer on the back of my hand. This is just the one I use to conceal under my eyes with, and just this flat brush that I carved my brows out with, and I'm going to cut my crease. So I start in the middle and I go up almost to right underneath that darkest shade we have in the crease. So I start in the middle, and then I go from my inner corner and attach where I did that straight line in the middle, and then you're almost just filling in the pieces. So I like to do my shape first, and then I go back in and fill it out. So I want to do from the inner corner, and I want to wing that out so my whole entire lid will be able to be that bright, intense yellow. Now, I could have not cut the crease and just put the yellow on, but where the yellows are so hard for the pigment to show, if I would not have cut my crease with this concealer, the yellow would not be as pigmented. So, by cutting the crease with the concealer first, I can give it a really light base for the yellow to show up. So right on top of that concealer, I'm just taking a white eyeshadow to set that concealer, so that way when I close my lid, it's not transferring. And also by putting a white shade on top of this concealer, when I go back and put the yellow on top of the white, where it has a white base, it will let my yellow be as bright as it can. So I'm going back in here with that Makeup Forever yellow shade, and I'm packing this all onto my lid. I go back and forth from the pan to my lid 10 to 15 times, probably, just packing that and packing that and packing that on until I can get it really, really neon. Now I'm going to take that orange Makeup Forever shade with that same packing brush, and I'm going to pack this on the outer third of the eye. So that way we have a little bit of transition. We don't have that straight bright yellow all the way on our lid out through the wing. Then I'm taking this E27, going in with the Morphe 35O with that dark orange, and I'm just going to try to blend out the line just a little bit. Now, I don't want it blended out a lot because I want it to look like a cut crease, but I just don't want it to be crazy harsh. So then I'm going back in with that MAC 217 with that red brown in the 35O palette, and I'm packing that on the outer V, and then I'm just blending that out with that orange, with the dark orange that's also in the 35O. Then I decided to just go straight in with that red brown on this E27 just to further define that outer V and the crease. Then I lost some of the shade, some of the pigment of that yellow shade, so I'm just going back in and packing that yellow in on the inner third, and then just that dark orange on the outer third, and then almost kind of bringing it in and meshing the two together in the middle. Then I still felt like I needed to define that crease a little more, so I'm using my MAC 217 and that dark red brown shade just right in the crease, just to give that a little bit more definition on that outer crease. Now I'm going to take my Morphe stippling brush and wipe away all that RCMA powder, and that will take care of any of that fallout I had under my eye as well. So now for my lower lid, I'm taking the MAC 217 with that orange that's in the 35O palette, and I'm just running that underneath my entire eyelid, connecting that with the outer corner. Then I'm going to take the 35O palette, that red brown, and I'm going to try to keep that on just the outer third of the lower lash line. Then I'm going to take this definer brush with that dark brown and just smoke out that outer third of the lower lash line. Then with that E27, just kind of blending all of that. Then I'm going to take a little bit more of the yellow on that E27 and just kind of blend those colors underneath my eye a little bit and on that outer V, just to make sure that you can see the yellow. Now, my fave. This is the Fenty Beauty, which I'm sure everyone knows because I use it all the time. The Fenty Beauty highlighter in Trophy Wife. I am just taking my finger and applying this on the inner corner. I'm taking that pretty far in. I want this to be very, very intense in there. So I actually got my finger wet a little bit, and that helped to intensify it. I just did on the outer corner and kind of blended it in on my lid. So now I'm going to go back off camera, finish my face, and I will be right back.
Hey guys, okay, so this is the finished look. The only thing I did, I added lashes, which I'm using the Ardell Mega Volume lashes in 253, which I got at Sally's, which I really, really like. And I just put mascara on. That's it. So I'd previously done my face before This tutorial is just over the eyeshadow, but if you want to know any of the products that I used on my face, all of those will be listed down below in the description box. Hope you guys like it. I'm super happy with how this turned out. When I was doing the first eye before I recorded, I was like, oh my god, I don't know about this. But then after, with the lashes and bronzer and everything on, it just all comes together. It's just super fall, but kind of like grungy and edgy. But I'll list all the products down below and with a link where you can go and find it. Please try this look. If you do, post a picture of it, tag me in it so I can see how they turned out. Leave me any suggestions that you would like to see for new videos. If you want any different colors, if you would like just a different technique, list them down below and I'll put it on my list for the next videos. Thank you guys so much for coming and watching, that you learned something. I hope that you had fun. So yeah, please subscribe while you're here. Don't forget to like the video. I also have all my other social media listed down below in the description box. So don't forget to go follow me or add me. My Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all of that's down below. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this look. Thank you guys. See you next time. Bye.